Let me ask you something, and don't answer fast. Take a breath, sit still for a moment. Are you really living, or are you just existing? Every human wants the same things: freedom, money, respect, love, confidence, a life that feels meaningful. You want to travel. You want to speak English fluently. You want opportunities. You want to feel proud when you look in the mirror. But here is the real question. What are you doing today for that life? Not tomorrow, not next month, not one day. Today. Are you building your future, or are you scrolling again, watching random videos, waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time? Listen carefully. This is not a video just to learn English. This is a moment to wake up, because you don't have many of these moments. I'm not here to motivate you with sweet lies or empty promises. I'm not here to make you feel powerful for 5 minutes and then leave you exactly where you were before. If that's what you want, there are thousands of videos waiting for you. They will clap for you, comfort you, and quietly keep you stuck. I'm here to give you a mirror. A mirror is not kind. It doesn't flatter you. It doesn't argue with you. It simply reflects what is there. And sometimes what you see is uncomfortable. Sometimes it hurts. But the mirror is honest. And honesty is the beginning of every real change. This mirror will not show you the version of yourself you post online. It will not show you your excuses, your intentions, or your potential. It will show you your habits, your consistency, your daily choices, because those things tell the truth about who you are becoming. Not the truth you want to hear, the truth you need to face. And here is that truth. English is not just a language. It never was. English is a tool, a powerful one. A tool that shapes how you think, how you speak, and how you see the world. The language you use becomes the structure of your thoughts. The thoughts you repeat become your beliefs, and your beliefs decide your actions. When you learn English seriously, you are not just memorizing words, you are training your mind to think clearly, to organize ideas, to express yourself with confidence. You are learning how to stand up in conversations instead of shrinking inside your head. You are learning how to exist in bigger rooms with bigger opportunities. English changes how you see yourself. People who speak English well don't just have better communication, they often have better access. Access to knowledge, access to global ideas, access to careers, networks, and perspectives that are closed to most people. English is not magic, but it is leverage. And leverage changes lives. But let me be clear with you. This lesson is not here to save you. No video can do that. No teacher can do that. No language can do that by itself. The responsibility is still yours. What this lesson can do is give you direction. It can point you toward a different path if you are brave enough to walk it. That's why I'm asking you for commitment, not motivation. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Commitment is a decision. It stays when things get boring, when progress feels slow, when nobody is watching, when learning feels uncomfortable, when your pronunciation sounds wrong, when your confidence shakes. If you listen deeply, not casually, not in the background, this lesson can change more than your English. It can change how you approach effort, how you treat your time, how seriously you take yourself. It can shift you from passive consumption to active growth, but only if you allow it. So don't just hear these words. Hearing is easy. Hearing costs nothing. Feel them. Let them sit with you. Let them challenge you. Let them question the story you've been telling yourself about why you haven't started, why you haven't improved, why you are still waiting. This is not entertainment. This is an agreement. An agreement to stop lying to yourself. An agreement to stop learning for comfort and start learning for change. An agreement to respect your own potential enough to work for it. If you are willing to do that, then stay with me. If you are ready to look into the mirror without looking away, then this lesson is for you. Let me tell you something simple, but most people refuse to accept it. Time is not money. Money can be earned again. Time cannot. Time is life itself. Every hour you waste is not just an empty hour on a clock. It is a real piece of your life that disappears forever. You never get it back. Not tomorrow, not next year, not in another lifetime. When you say, "I'll do it later," you are not being patient. You are lying to yourself. Later sounds harmless, but it is the most dangerous word in the world. Later is how dreams slowly die without making any noise. Later is how years disappear while you stay exactly the same. Later feels safe, but it is a trap. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who ruled with responsibility and discipline, wrote something powerful. You may leave life at any moment. Let that determine what you do. He was not trying to scare people. He was trying to wake them up. When you truly understand that life can end at any moment, excuses lose their power. Complaints feel childish. Waiting feels stupid. You cannot control where you were born. You cannot control your parents, your childhood, or the mistakes you made years ago. The past is fixed. No amount of regret can rewrite it. But what you can control is what you do next, right now. This hour, this decision, this is where responsibility begins. Most people avoid responsibility because it feels heavy. It feels uncomfortable to admit that your life looks the way it does because of your choices. It is easier to blame your family, your education, your country, your boss, or your bad luck. Blame feels good for a moment. It protects your ego, but blame also keeps you weak. The moment you take responsibility, everything changes. Responsibility is power. When you say, "This is my life and I am responsible for it," you stop being a victim. You stop waiting for permission. You stop hoping someone else will fix things for you. You become the builder instead of the complainer. And then there's comfort. Your comfort zone feels warm, familiar, predictable. You wake up, check your phone, eat, work or study just enough, scroll some more, sleep, repeat. Nothing feels dangerous, nothing feels painful, but nothing grows there either. Comfort slowly kills ambition. It numbs urgency. It teaches you to accept a life that is smaller than what you are capable of living. Comfort whispers lies. It says, "You have time." It says, "You can start tomorrow." It says, "Don't push yourself too hard." And while you listen, days turn into months and months turn into years. One day you look back and wonder where your motivation went, but it didn't disappear. It was never trained. Stoic philosophy teaches one hard truth. Life does not care about your excuses. The world does not reward intention, it rewards action. It rewards discipline. It rewards those who respect time as something sacred, not something to kill. If you want to change your life, start by respecting your hours. Treat them like gold. Plan your day instead of reacting to it. Decide what matters before distractions decide for you. Cut one useless habit that steals your time and replace it with one small action that builds your future. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for confidence. Action creates both. Responsibility creates direction. And time, once respected, becomes your ally instead of your enemy. Your comfort zone will always invite you to stay, but nothing meaningful is built there. Step out, even when it feels uncomfortable. That discomfort is not a sign you are doing something wrong. It is a sign you are finally moving forward. Here is a truth. Most people don't understand, and this misunderstanding keeps them stuck for years. Motivation does not come first. Action comes first. You don't wake up one day suddenly motivated and disciplined. You act before you feel ready, and motivation follows your movement, not your thoughts. Most people wait. They wait to feel confident. They wait to feel inspired. They wait to feel less afraid. But feelings are unreliable. Feelings change with sleep, weather, stress, and mood. If your life depends on how you feel, your life will always be unstable. Action is stable. Action creates momentum. You want to speak English? Then speak. Speak even when your grammar is wrong. Speak even when your accent sounds strange. Speak even when your voice shakes. Every mistake is proof that you are practicing. Silence never builds skill. Watching videos never builds confidence. Only action does. You want confidence? Then do uncomfortable things. Confidence is not a personality trait. It is a result. It is built through repeated exposure to discomfort. Each time you do something hard and survive it, your brain learns a new lesson. It learns that fear is not fatal. It learns that embarrassment is temporary. It learns that growth lives on the other side of resistance. Your mind will fight you. This is normal. The brain is designed to save energy, not to build greatness. It will whisper, "Not now." It will say, "You're tired." It will say, "You're not ready yet." That voice sounds reasonable, but it is not wisdom. That voice is fear wearing a logical mask. Fear always sounds intelligent. It gives you excuses that feel smart. It tells you to prepare more, learn more, wait more. But preparation without action becomes avoidance. Learning without practice becomes entertainment. Waiting becomes a habit. Behavioral science shows something simple. Small actions done consistently change identity. You don't become disciplined and then act disciplined. You act disciplined, and your identity slowly changes. One workout makes you someone who works out. One speaking session makes you someone who practices English. Identity follows behavior. Willpower is not something you are born with. It is not fixed. Willpower is like a muscle. If you never use it, it becomes weak. If you train it, it becomes strong. At first, discipline feels painful. You resist, you fail, you quit. But each time you try again, the muscle grows. Start small. Do not try to change everything at once. Choose one action you don't feel like doing and do it anyway. Speak for 5 minutes. Read 1 page. Practice 1 sentence. The size of the action matters less than the consistency. Consistency builds trust with yourself. And then there is comparison. Comparison is poison. It destroys focus and confidence at the same time. When you compare yourself to others, you forget your own starting point. You forget your own progress. You measure your behind the scenes against someone else's highlights. You are not racing other people. You are racing the old version of yourself, the person you were last month, last year, yesterday. That is the only fair comparison. Progress is personal. Growth is individual. Every time you act instead of waiting, you win. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you train your future self. Action is the foundation. Discipline is the structure. Motivation is the result. Build it in that order, and your life will begin to move. Stop taking advice from people who are afraid to live. This is one of the most important decisions you will ever make, because the voices you listen to slowly shape the life you build. If someone has never done what you want to do, their opinion is not guidance. It is noise. Fear speaks loudly, and most people speak from fear, not from experience. People will warn you. They will say, be realistic. They will say, that's too risky. They will say, people like us don't do things like that. But ask yourself one honest question. Have they built the life you want? Do they live with energy, purpose, and pride? Or are they repeating the same routine every day, quietly unhappy, quietly frustrated? Advice without results is just opinion, and opinion should never decide your future. Pick yourself. No one is coming to choose you. No manager, no teacher, no system, no perfect opportunity is going to knock on your door and say, now it's your turn. That is a comforting story people tell themselves so they don't have to act. But it is a lie. The world does not select you. You select yourself. No one is coming to save you either. Not from your fear, not from your doubt, not from your excuses. Waiting to be saved is another way of staying stuck. Growth begins the moment you accept full responsibility for your direction. History proves this again and again. The people we admire today were not celebrated when they started. They were rejected, ignored, doubted, and laughed at. They were told no more times than they were told yes. They didn't wait for permission because permission never came. They started anyway. They acted before confidence arrived. They moved before clarity appeared. They trusted action more than approval. Risk is not the enemy. Regret is. Risk hurts in the short term. Regret hurts for a lifetime. Risk gives you a chance to learn, adjust, and grow. Regret only gives you memories of what you didn't do. Fear will always exaggerate risk and minimize regret, but fear is a terrible advisor. Most people don't fail because they tried and lost. They fail because they never tried at all. They spend their lives imagining what could have been instead of discovering what could still be. And remember this truth, even if it feels uncomfortable, nobody cares. People are busy with their own problems, their own fears, their own survival. They might watch you for a moment, they might judge you briefly, then they move on. And that is your power. Because when nobody cares, you are free. Free to fail without shame, free to look stupid while learning, free to start small, free to change direction, free to grow without asking for approval. You don't need to impress anyone, you only need to be honest with yourself. When you understand that nobody is watching as closely as you think, fear loses its grip. You stop performing, you start building. You stop waiting for applause and start focusing on progress. This is self-authorship. This is the moment you stop living a life written by expectations, traditions, and other people's fears. This is the moment you pick up the pen and start writing your own story. So ask yourself, without excuses, without delay, why not now? What are you really waiting for? More confidence, more time, more permission. None of those things arrive before action. They arrive because of action. Now is imperfect. Now is uncomfortable. Now is uncertain. But now is real. And now is the only moment where your life can actually change. If you don't like your life, understand this clearly today. You are not trapped, frozen, or doomed to repeat yesterday. You are not a tree rooted permanently in one place. You can move, change direction, and rebuild your entire identity. Most people stay miserable because movement feels scary and uncertain. Pain convinces them they are broken instead of unfinished inside. Pain is not the end of your story at all. Pain is raw material waiting to be shaped with meaning. Avoided pain weakens you, but faced pain transforms you completely. History proves humans grow strongest under pressure, not comfort zones. Viktor Frankl survived suffering most minds cannot even imagine fully. He lost freedom, dignity, family, and nearly his own life. Yet, inside horror, he discovered a powerful human truth there. Meaning decides whether suffering destroys you or strengthens you eventually. When suffering has meaning, it becomes fuel instead of poison. Without meaning, even comfort feels empty and unbearable inside you. This is where rebirth begins, not with happiness alone, ever. Rebirth begins when you stop running from discomfort completely forever. Focus is power because it concentrates your limited life energy. Distraction feels harmless, but it slowly murders your potential daily. Every notification steals attention you will never recover again fully. Focused effort compounds quietly, while distracted effort produces nothing lasting. Life does not owe you success, fairness, or happiness automatically. This truth feels cruel until it becomes deeply liberating inside. Because expectations die, responsibility finally becomes your strength alone there. Life rewards effort, not intention, not dreams, not talent alone. Effort repeated daily reshapes character, skill, confidence, and destiny slowly. You do not need inspiration to work, only discipline daily. Discipline is choosing future respect over present comfort every time. Rebirth happens when you act despite fear, fatigue, resistance inside. Meaning gives you strength when motivation completely disappears suddenly forever. A meaningful life is built, not discovered accidentally through effort. You create meaning by choosing responsibility again and again daily. This is how ordinary people rebuild extraordinary lives from nothing. Suffering becomes a teacher when you stop asking why endlessly. Instead, ask how this pain can sharpen you today forward. Rebirth is not dramatic, it is quiet and consistent daily. It happens when you choose focus instead of distraction again. It happens when effort replaces excuses in your daily routine. This is how a new life is born inside you. If you're watching this and you feel tired, lost, or behind, listen to me right now. I want you to slow down and hear this clearly, not with your ears, but with your heart. You are not finished. You are not weak. You are not late. You are not broken. You are being built, piece by piece, through every struggle you survived and every moment you thought you wouldn't. Life has a way of making you believe you're falling behind when you are actually preparing. The pressure you feel is not proof of failure. It is proof that something inside you wants more. Strong people often feel tired because they carry responsibility in silence. Brave people often feel lost because they refuse to settle for a small life. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect plan, perfect timing, or perfect confidence. You need a dream, just one. A dream that makes you feel alive when you think about it. A dream that pulls you forward when your energy is low and your mind is heavy. Learn every day, even when it feels slow. Speak every day, even when your voice shakes. Progress does not come from big, dramatic changes. It comes from small actions repeated when nobody is watching. Move forward, even when nobody claps for you, because the most important growth happens in silence. One day, people will look at you and ask, "How did you change so much?" They will see confidence where doubt once lived. They will see discipline where excuses once ruled. And you will smile because you will know the truth. You didn't get lucky. You didn't wait for permission. You stopped wasting your life. So, stand up, take a deep breath, fix your posture like someone who respects their future. Wipe your doubts from your face and take one step forward. Not a perfect step, just an honest one. Your future is not behind you. It is waiting for you to walk toward it. Keep going when it feels quiet and slow. Trust the process you cannot yet see. Growth is happening even now in ways you don't recognize. Stay patient, stay disciplined, stay kind to yourself. This chapter is not the end. It is the beginning of everything you are becoming. And one brave decision today can rewrite years of doubt and fear inside your life.